What is going on, guys? My name is AK, back again with another YouTube video. Now in today's video I'll be showing you how to play Express SnD like the pros. So to do this I'm going to be breaking down one of the most dominant SnD performances we've seen all year between LA Gorillas and Atlanta FAZE. Now this video was one that was specifically recommended by you guys on my Discord, so if that's something that you're interested in joining my Discord, you know, getting to meet some new players, requesting videos, things like that, make sure to join it, link in the description. But with that said and done, let's break down the first 4 rounds of this SnD, what LA Gorillas did to absolutely destroy Atlanta FAZE. So the way this is going to work, I'm going to play a clip of the setups or sort of the strats that they're doing in the game, and then we'll head over to tac maps and I'll break down what they did and why it worked. But let's start with the setup off the break on round number 1.
Looks like FaZe, well, normal setup from them, right? Celium goes down this lane, goes for some wall bangs to spot out information, but nobody's home on that side of the map.
So I've drawn up the strategy that LA Gorillas started with. They are the blue side and Atlanta FaZe are red. So right off the start of the round, this is the setup that they went with. Rather than pushing down, sort of down towards the B-bomb site on this side tunnel, player 3, which I believe was Silly, decides to sit back and then actually be able to watch the whole angle because they're expecting FaZe to be aggressive. They know FaZe's playstyle. They've watched FaZe play their SnD maps. They know how sort of FaZe like to play the game, and that is very aggressive, especially sort of with the duo that you have with Simp and Abizi. You've got to expect a fast playstyle, and that's what they do on round 1. So they have one sat right at the back of the tunnel here, expecting the full push through from this player here to push all the way up there, and also one sat on the top of the of their side catwalk, watching again the push all the way through mid map and up the catwalk stairs, and then also one sat at the far back, expecting this push up through the mid. So very slow play style, very defensive. The only player that's actually sort of making some progress up the map is this number 1 here, which I believe was Vivid, and again he's just playing up, looking for that info, trying to make some call outs for the team.
They're waiting for the kills to come there.
That little Abizi and Absol. Yep.
Now, as we can see, this pays off for them with 2 kills on Abizi and Celium. Very early, good start to the round.
Now making his way forward. And Ian Arsty's now 2 Krigs in hand. On the defense, desperately trying to sort of oscillate back and forth between the A and the B site. Making sure eyes on Arsty's can't catch a whiff.
Now what we then see is as they push up to the A-bomb after killing Celium, they start to get a few shots fired back from them from people at the top of the catwalk. I think that was Arcetes that was shooting at them. And what they do next is an amazing play of actually wrapping around the back but not being seen. Because if you see, I think they started wrapping back around 50 seconds on the clock. And you got to look, it was about 38 or so seconds. And the players 3 and 1, which were Simp and Arcetes, still hadn't realised that they'd wrap back. So they did that very sneakily. They didn't get seen. And that allowed them to wrap around and get control of the B-bomb site that you can now see here on tac maps. From there, that allowed them to transition to this very solid setup that you can see they now have on the map here. Still, these players stuck in the catwalk side of things. Now, we have Vivid watching the whole of mid-map, so he can scout anything that pushes through this side here or through the top trains. So he's got loads of information there. You've also got this player 3 that was Silly, watching the entire back push there. And then this player 2 watching the sort of inside push there. So really, everything's covered. That allows them to get the free plant, and then all they have to do is hold their angles, and then the kills get picked up. I think Vivid picks up Simp, and then Arcetes gets traded a little bit later in the round. I think the casters do say it, but an absolutely perfect round of SnD there by LA Gorillas. Definitely how you want to be playing Express SnD.
Start this game number 5.
Super clean start, Cell. Oh, he caught one there. That's enough information. Wow, the movement from Celium.
So in round 2, it's LA Gorillas' time to sort of take that aggression and make that aggressive play to get control of the B site. Now, the way they do that is they send 3 people down their side tunnel to really sort of aggressively push that out. And with 3 people, you're always going to be able to win the gunfight with whoever's here. In this case, it was Celium. He pushed down, did actually manage to escape with his life, but from that, they managed to get control of the whole of the bottom side B control. Had allowed player 1, which I believe is Vivid, to push up onto the bomb. And again, you had Apathy playing on the catwalk and the catwalk stairs, which again allows for a nice easy rotation back to A to at least get eyes on bomb. He is using a sub, so maybe doesn't have the guns to actually sort of win those long range gunfights, but at least he can play the intel and call that out for the team.
Oh, doesn't actually get it, so Simp. For a brief few moments, his presence will go undetected. 4v4, trophies are down. Oh, that's why the nade didn't land. There you go. 3-man is going to be hitting the back now for LAG. Chance 1 through the front.
All right.
Now, upon being forced out of the B-bomb site or not allowing Celium to set up, Atlanta FaZe decided to wrap round to A, which is the logical thing to do. If you can't get control of one bomb site, of course, group up, make a play towards the other bomb site, and that is what they did. But it's what LA Gorillas did that was even better. They kept Apathy to stay behind on their side catwalk. If you remember, he was sort of a little bit further down here towards the start of the round. He wrapped back, allow him to get that vision on A, and then can call that out for the team. Now, the other three players of LA Gorillas took it on themselves to wrap completely round the backside, sending 2 round the back catwalk, sort of around the back tunnel bit, and then 1 guy on the top catwalk to try and pinch round. With being on the top of the catwalk, you get a lot of vision. Being on top of the trains, you can call out anyone that's in the top maps room, as well as anyone that might be playing around the bottom here. So from this, LA Gorillas have vision of both sides of the map. You have these 3 players collapsing from behind, and again, Apathy from the front, being able to call out any plays to the bomb, people top maps, any of those kind of call outs that are going to be very important.
Gorillas haven't found anybody. Every single gunfight about to go down.
Here they go. Vivid's in first, finds the first kill. Cell goes down also. Vivid's! What a brilliant 3-piece with his teammates to back him up.
Now, the collapse onto the bomb site was an absolutely amazing play. The way they did it is they had the 2 players push into the bottom maps, sort of this bottom area around here. And the moment that happened, there was a coordinated push from Apathy, this player number 4, on the other side of things. So these players turned around, seeing 3 people. They're expecting there to be a big gunfight there. And the moment they turned around, he managed to pop up, shoot 1 player in the back, and then a big 3-piece from Vivid, managed to pick up those kills and secure the round. Again, very solid SnD work by the LA Gorillas.
I have to either slow down a little bit, or if they want to keep the aggression up, just do it as a team.
Oof. Well, 1 more round to prove their mettle.
Now, from the start of round 3, we actually see sort of a setup that's very similar to how they approach round 2, in that they send 3 people down the tunnel to actually push in. In this case, we have Silly, Assault, and Apathy. And then they also keep 1 towards the top catwalk here in Vivid. But rather than sort of staying there and watching the mid-map control, he starts to push through and sort of get round once they know that actually Atlanta FaZe have also committed quite a few people towards the B bomb site.
Through the mid-map. Checks ticket. There's an Abizi. Just about gets the kill before being brought down. It's a 3v2. Silly's going to make it a 3v1.
Now, from here, Vivid and Silly managed to pick up a few of the members of Atlanta FaZe, leaving Arcetes in a 1v3. He did wrap back across across the front tickets and managed to get into here. So from there, they were allowed to get the bomb down. And then, as you can see, the setup we have here, a very solid one. So we have this player 2 watching sort of the push that Arcetes could potentially do around the back here. We have player 4 watching the push out of the front here. And then we have player 3 here in Silly, I believe, watching both sort of either of the pushes, as well as also being able to watch the push down the front here. So very good setup. They've got all of the angles covered, and again, for Arcetes to pull off sort of a retake of the bomb here, or 1v3, is going to be near impossible. So again, another solid round by the LA Gorillas, proving that they are probably one of the best SnD teams in the league, if not the best.
Home field advantage all day long for the Gorillas, and Arcetes takes 1, but nowhere near enough.
His name, but the team effort across the board. Gorillas so far have had their number, and on the attack, well, this bomb going down low to...
Now, at the start of round 4, we see LA Gorillas opt for a 2-2 split, sending Silly and Assault towards the B bomb site, and then Vivid and Apathy towards the A bomb site. Now, the reason they do this is because you can get intel on both of the bomb sites. So, say it's a B push, you've got 2 players there, which means you can probably get a trade, as well as also be able to actually get some info on the bomb. If you send no one there, that quite often gives them a free plant. But if you send 2 people there, or at least 1 person, that gives you some info, that gives you some sort of eyes on the bomb, and again, the potential to get some kills or at least trades.
These are there to stop everyone from getting hurt. Whoop.
But what we actually see is something that is actually really clever from the LA Gorillas. Now, you'd think that you don't want to give up the bomb site. You don't want to give away that free plant to the other team. But the LA Gorillas know that against a team like Atlanta FaZe, where winning gunfights is not always the easiest thing, especially when you're outnumbered, that their chances of actually being able to, with 2 players, sort of keep contest on the bomb site and actually be able to hold the bomb site is very low. So what they opt to do instead is actually to wrap back. They give up the B site control. They give Atlanta FaZe sort of the free plant, and then instead allow them to sort of wrap back to the rest of their team, and then instead try and break it as a 4-man, as opposed to having 2 players there, maybe them both getting killed, maybe getting 1 kill, and then being stuck in a numbers disadvantage.
Not get first blooded, but also find some premium positioning. Vivid though, can't quite find the ankles of Celium. He put a lot into a Beezy, but...
So what happens next is, again, some very clever SnD play from the LA Gorillas. Now, with these players wrapping back, Atlanta FaZe are going to be thinking that these players have retreated. They've gone back to join the rest of the team that were likely towards A, because they didn't actually see them towards the B bomb site. So they're expecting the push to be from the other side of the map, as you would expect, maybe a mid and sort of their side spawn push. And this is actually sort of confirmed by LA Gorillas when this player 4 here actually wins the gunfight on Arcetes in the bottom tunnel. So with Arcetes out of the picture, that then then means that they need to wrap back. This player 3 that was watching mid then again wraps back to sort of protect against the push down here from Apathy. That leaves player 4 on their own watching mid, and also I believe this was Celium, player 2. Was it Celium? I think it was Celium, yeah. He wraps back again to sort of help, expecting it to have been a full push and expecting these players to sort of have wrapped all the way around this way to actually rejoin with their team, but they haven't. So that then prompts players 3 and 2 to make that push down the tunnel to sort of start getting the map control, and also that sort of combined with the wrap back of players 4 and 1, they then again wrap back, be able to collapse onto that bomb site and pick up both of the players down here, and that leaves Simp all alone in a sort of a situation where he no longer has control of the bomb site, and so he's going to have to make a sort of a very big play to actually regain control.
Tickets, and he's playing this one so smart. Big brain, massive brain plays from Simp. It's not over just yet. Silly though, charges forward.
Now Simp does manage to push into Tickets and actually pick up 2 kills here in Apathy and in Vivid, but Silly does manage to get in. He was made very weak, and then from there they win round 4. From there, the LA Guerrillas managed to continue out their solid SnD performance and take rounds 5 and 6 for a solid 6-0 sweep against the Atlanta FaZe. Now, who would have seen that coming? But overall, very solid gameplay from the LA Guerrillas, and they're definitely a team to watch if you want to work on your SnD. In fact, I dare say they are the team to watch. They're the best team with some of the best SnD strategies. You really can tell these guys know what they're doing. But I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you enjoyed sort of me breaking down how the pros play as opposed to just sort of drawing it out and sort of explaining how I would do things. If you found this helpful, be sure to drop a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I really appreciate it. But thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.